that was Michael Jackson, and I'm Whoopi Goldberg. And what you just saw was just 60 seconds of what is really a 17-minute miracle of a movie called Captain EO. Now, what other modern-day motion picture experience can you think of that is produced by George Lucas, directed by Francis Coppola, stars Michael Jackson, and is in 3D? Now, just in case you're wondering why I am sitting here telling you about this movie that I'm not in, to make a long story short, Michael Jackson and several other people were sitting around trying to figure out who was going to tell you about this. But since Michael couldn't do it and they couldn't do it, because, you know, Michael's working on the album, folks at Disney got Disneyland to work, they figured, well, let's hire someone who doesn't have that much to do. So Michael called me and said, Whoopi, look, how'd you like to do me a big favor? I said, what do you want? You know, I taught you how to dance. I taught you how to sing. What do you want? And he said to me, I need you to take folks on a special trip behind the scenes to show them just how Captain EO was made. So I said, okay. His crew on board their spaceship as they journeyed to a faraway world. Now, after bungling his last mission, this is EO's only chance to redeem himself in the eyes of his boss, Commander Bogg. EO is joined by his loyal, sometimes competent crew of oddball characters, like the two robots called Major and Minor Domo, the flying little furry fuzzball guy named Fuzzball, and the three-legged, two-headed, very grouchy thing called Geeks, and Hooter, the funniest and hungriest elephant to explode on the screen since Dumbo. Their mission is to use Captain EO's powers of music and light to overthrow the evil witch queen who rules her world with an iron fist. Or should we say, iron claws? Now, who thinks up these adventures in the first place? Well, meet the Imagineers, the guys at Disney who must have the best jobs in the world. They're actually paid to just sit around and come up with outrageous ideas. For Captain EO, they first had to create an adversary for Michael Jackson's character. With the script in the works, the task of assembling the best creative team fell to the man who runs Disney, Michael Eisner.
Said, well, you know, Michael Jackson is a Disney aficionado. Knows more about Walt Disney than anybody that ever existed. Certainly knows more than I do.
Of course, singing and dancing is what Michael Jackson is all about. The whole world has been watching and listening to Michael for most of his life, as he's grown before our eyes from child star to superstar.
We called up and we said, Michael, would you like to do something with the parks? He said, definitely, but only if you can get George Lucas to protect me.
George Lucas is everybody's ideal producer. He's legendary for getting involved in every detail. In Captain EO, he was involved with everything from the creation of the characters to the planning of Captain EO's fight sequences. While most people associate Francis Coppola with such dramatic epics as Apocalypse Now and The Godfather, Francis also loves music and has directed several musicals, like Finian's Rainbow, One from the Heart, and The Cotton Club. Veteran performer Tony Cox recalls how Coppola helped him develop the demanding role of Hooter, the most mischievous member of EO's crew.
It really got me into the character, because at that particular point, I didn't know how I wanted to play Hooter.
I strive for action.
It's just fun bringing it out, because he's somewhat like me. I don't eat as much as Hooter, but then again, who does? Hooter can play the keyboard. He loves to dance when he gets the chance. He loves to dance and show his stuff. And I remember the first day it was very difficult because I said, wow, you know, it's hot. And this costume was real hot. And I said, I don't think I'm going to make it. But anyway, I made it through it. And I'm glad I did, because I really was bringing out what I tried to bring out. The first time I went to Daly, and I saw myself and I go, wow, look at me. And everybody was laughing. I go, wow, this is great. Running in the costume, that's kind of difficult, because you got like 13 extra pounds on you. And, you know, I can't really see anything. I'm seeing like this way out, you know, and so it's very difficult. You just run and you just hope for the best. Hope that you don't trip over anything.
Cindy Sorensen and Debbie Carrington literally teamed up to portray the three-legged, two-headed geeks. Captain EO hired them because he was getting an extra crew person for nothing. And even in space, two heads are better than one.
I play one of the geeks, which is Heidi, and I play Odie. who is the crabby one of the bunch.
Yeah. I'm kind of the smarter one. I'm in control. Yes. And she's always lipping off and crabby.
It's the only time she's in control, when she's in the costume.
We're a good compliment.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be one body, and just being in that thing after 3 or 4
So
hours,
long, then
you start going a little nuts, and you're like, get me out of here. Not really claustrophobic, but just a little insane.
This is the last member of the crew. Meet Fuzzball. How you doing, Fuzz? Looking, isn't he cute? Now, this little guy is Eo's secret weapon. He's the captain's eyes, ears, and even his wings. But Fuzz has a secret, too, don't you? Yes, I love this guy. I promised Fuzz that I would show you some of his home movies. Look, Fuzz, that's you when you were just a little head. Oh, and look, your hair's growing in. Did that hurt? You know, there's a lot of guys in Hollywood who have that done. And look, your first dance lesson. Arthur Murray has nothing on you, honey. We went behind the scenes on stage number 9, where the top secret production of Captain EO took place. Faster than you can say action, Captain EO finds himself in deep space and in deep trouble. In a fit of hunger, Hooter, the perky pachyderm, has accidentally eaten all the star maps, so the ship is hopelessly lost. While the crew searches for any signs of the dark planet, Captain EO is beginning to worry, because once again his reputation is on the line. The good news is that they must be in the neighborhood of the dark planet. The bad news is it's a lousy neighborhood. The captain and his crew are forced to fly through the treacherous trench city on the surface of the dark planet.
Going through! No! Mighty, the sail's not in! Put a bring in the sail! Everybody hold on!
Here, he rehearses the scene in which Captain EO and his crew have to set off on foot to find the Witch Queen.
Fuzzball flies back to him and tells him it's okay. The little group comes. Keep going.
Come on, Hooter.
Slow down, Michael.
Infidel? You infect my world with your presence! Destroy!
In case you don't recognize her, the Witch Queen is played by another Academy Award winner, Angelica Houston. Tom and Barry Berman created the extensive makeup required to turn Angelica Houston into the Witch Queen. It took 3 hours every morning to apply the makeup. The rest of the morning was spent just getting her into the elaborate costume and then hoisting her on cables into her web of darkness.
To bring a gift, Your Highness, to someone as beautiful as you.
You think me beautiful?
Very beautiful within, Your Highness, but without a key to unlock it. And that is my gift to you.
So, let me see this gift.
Not only see, Your Highness, but hear.
Now the magic begins. Amazingly, this motley crew really has some talent. When things get tough, they can lay down a mean beat. And music is the key to Captain EO's power. this guy is really something. I mean, he is about power, the right kind of power. And of course, in the studio, through the magic of special effects, you can be anybody you want. I mean, well, yeah. You know, special effects people have very warped sense of humor. This is not exactly what I had in mind, but I don't know, Dolly's look is, I don't know, what do you think? Is it me? I don't know. Come on, guys, let's try something different, a little more subtle, okay? Well, this is a little bit better. I mean, no one ever accused Tina Turner of being subtle. I mean, but gee, this wind ever blows through his hair. I mean, come on, fellas, surprise me, okay? Turn me into someone I can really get into. Come on, guys. You think Rambo is more subtle than Tina Turner? Okay, look, I think we've had enough fun making Whoopi, okay? Let's make Whoopi normal again, okay? Special effects aside, dancers can't just randomly snap. They have to be choreographed. And the choreographers were Michael Jackson and Jeffrey Hornaday.
Working with Michael has, for me, been a unique experience in that usually the choreographer will devise sequences of dance and then give it to the dancers to do and tell them to perform this, where Michael's talent and approach is so unique that you're limiting yourself by just giving him what you do.
Assistant choreographer Helene Phillips was responsible for taking the dancers through the basic routine.
Stop, 5, 6, push 8.
When you hit here, don't do it this way, make sure it's reaching out, that's right.
1, 2, 3, and 4, 6, 8, 10, and 8, and 2, and 4, 6, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
In the short time before filming began, Hornaday molded the 36 dancers into a cohesive unit, ready to back up Michael Jackson.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, woo!
Once Hornaday got the feeling for what Michael wanted to do, he began working with different groups of dancers who were to perform key sequences. Here we can see how the mechanical movements of breakdancing were adopted for the transformed niche warriors. In another studio, Tony Award-winning set and costume designer John Napier is doing his best to create costumes that reflect the evil nature of the Dark Planet, but which also allow for the flexibility of movement necessary for the complex dance routines.
What I'm doing with the costumes is, is trying to make people able to move in those things. They won't fall apart. In these kind of robotic characters, I'm just putting a lot of detail in because that'll work very well in 3D.
The height of the dance is based on that music that makes it scary.
Adjustments are feverishly made until the very last minute. It's never really finished. You just run out of time.
Yeah. Here we go.